Here's a look at the blackberries. These are Prime-Ark Freedom. They're a thornless blackberry. And they're also what's called primocane. Primocane blackberries fruit on the canes they put off during the year. Whereas florocane will fruit the second year. So the cane grows one year and then it flowers the next. The primocane gives you a fruit the same year the cane grows. So what we're going to do is, these are last year's primocanes. We're going to cut them out, get rid of them, and get it cleaned up for this year's growth. The real advantage of these types of blackberries for us, we're zone 5A, is that they'll give us a crop every year. Traditional blackberries are kind of hit or miss in this area. If you don't have them fenced, the deer will come by and eat the blossoms. They won't necessarily eat all the cane, but just the blossoms themselves, and then you don't get fruit. And then some years it's just too cold for the blackberries in this area, because we're really on the cusp. We're zone 5A. Some years we're 4B. Just depends on the year. But these are getting ready to break bud. You will get a small crop on these canes. They're all bent over and in rough shape, so we're going to get rid of them. What's neat about these primocane blackberries is once they start fruiting, they'll fruit right till the frost, and you see some berries that weren't quite developed enough to pick, and then when the frost came in the fall, took them out. We do have a little greenhouse system around them that we've made. We haven't finished it, but the idea of it was kind of twofold. We could put plastic above it and kind of try to extend the season with them, or at the very least put some netting and help try to keep the birds out. I really like these Prime-Ark Freedom. The berries themselves, when they're able to fully develop, are about the size of my thumb. So it's a good size berry, and they're pretty sweet. The really only disadvantage around here is the fact that they're thornless. Really, the deer would just devour them. So you've got to have them fenced in and protect them from that. And then the birds, got to protect them from the birds, which we don't do a great job of. But what we're going to do is we're going to get these pruned off, get the canes taken away, and we'll go on from there. To get these pruned, no special equipment. We're just going to use a pair of bypass loppers. Cut them right above or just below, if we can, the plastic. So no real special equipment needed. And we'll just throw them off to the side. We'll pick them all up later. And then when we go to pick them up, we'll just use a manure fork, pick them up, and throw them in the tractor bucket, and then we'll bring them to a brush pile to burn later. These canes that I'm pruning are now considered florocanes. These would be the second year they've been here. And traditionally, that's what I would get a crop off of if it was kind of your standard blackberry varieties. And these florocanes will put off a crop, but it'll be a small crop. So we're pruning them off so that when the primocanes come up, we'll get a nice crop from them. This does push back the fruiting. Typically in this area, blackberries are in August, and this will push them back into September and possibly October, depending on the conditions of the year. And that really works out for us. We have our blueberries, which take us from July into September. So these blackberries coming after that kind of gives us a nice berry to end the season with. So the blackberries are all pruned. Just have the leaves from last year from the blackberries. I'll get those raked up, taken away, and they'll be set. For a little bit anyways. Thanks for watching.